The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello, everyone. This is Johnny Mac here, sitting inside the Pizza Ranch studio here on your Huddle Up show on the Missouri Sports Network. I'm here with my trusted crew. Mr. Big Fella up there, Sensitive is his middle name, Guy Newcomb, Coach DA, sitting over there doing his thing with his got another little Kango on. I like that Kango, DA. I love it. I got a little different studio setup today, and so we're glad to be back. Guy, Big Fella, tell me what's going on in your world.
Well, I tell you right now, I went through my kitchen floor the other day, but I'm all right. I've survived getting that fixed up, and not in a very good mood yesterday. But Johnny Mac, you're in a good mood. I know you're cold there, but you're smiling. You must have got that Coke machine to take that Canadian quarter finally.
No, I just kicked the hell out of it. It just happened to pop out. No, I still got that quarter, damn it. I'm gonna make it work one of these days. Coach, what's up with you on that side of the screen, buddy?
Not much. Just living the dream day by day, brother.
What they say, if you live in that dream, then try not to wake up. Hey, we appreciate everyone being out here today with us. We're just gonna jump right into a couple things. I got back. I withdrew from my madness of last week. The Cardinals actually went on a 3-game winning streak, and who am I? I think that we could have won 4 in a row. But we did win 3 in a row, and so I felt a lot better. But you know what? It was just a Cubs, so it's kind of like, you beat the last place team, and you beat the guys you always beat up on, even though we're in last place. They're still the Cubs. I'm sorry, they're the Cubs. I mean, who cares about them, right? Pretty cool stadium they got to play in, but outside of that, they're typically a bad team, not a well-run organization, and those of you who like the Cubs and support them, I say shame on you. But Big Fella, what's wrong with the Cardinals? Can we get this thing straightened out?
I tell you what, everything that's going on with Wilson Contreras. You go back 3 games ago, the Cardinals are 11-24, 13 games under 500. Yadier Molina's entire career, the Cardinals were never 13 games under 500. Now it took the Cubs to get them back up above that mark, but This deal with Wilson Contreras has taken place over the last 7 to 10 days with upper management walking back, him not going to catch, going to play in the outfield DH. And, well, that's not what we really meant. He is going to catch. And then now the team's coming out and kind of backing him up and kind of protect him a little bit. And D, you made mention of this off the air that maybe they're kind of using that as the players using that as a rallying cry.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they kind of circled the wagons, with the front office, with the debacle that just went on. First he's going to catch, or he's not going to catch. Now he's going to catch. They walked it back, and I think the troops kind of rallied around Wilson Contreras, and they needed a fall guy for the, for how bad the pitching staff's been. And there's been a lot of complaints about the way he frames pitches and the way he can call a game, but to me that's just it's a scapegoat. They're looking for somebody to blame, and he was the easy target. I mean, that was kind of the knock on him when he arrived at the Cardinals. That was pretty well a well-known fact with Chicago. He was actually drafted as a third baseman and ended up behind the plate because he had a strong arm and good build and was a rugged type player. So I just I think upper management reared its ugly head again for the Cardinals. And I think that the players just finally said, hey, we've had enough. It's time. You notice that when, they won their last homestand game and then go into Chicago, who has been playing pretty well as of late, and won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I just think we underestimated probably the value of a Yadier Molina, the value of an Albert Pujols in that clubhouse. Even when Wainwright, him being away from the team, I think we just undervalued those individuals. I don't think we put a lot on the importance that they had. Now we do, but we can't say, well, Yadi was Yadi. But that level of consistency there was amazing. And to have someone that could kind of control those younger guys, and you do need someone that's fiery. And I like the Contreras, had a little bit of spunk about him, had a little bravado, had a little bit of a swag about him. There's nothing special about seeing, some of these players come up. Dylan Carlson doesn't inspire you to do great things in the world. What I'm saying? Paul DeYoung doesn't make you want to go run through a wall. Goldsmith, while he's an MVP, he's a solid performer. But sometimes you need someone with some swag. You need a Fernando Tatis. You need Junior. So you need someone like that who's going to say, man, I'm the man out here. And big fella guy, I just don't think we have it. What are your thoughts on the identity that we don't have?
Well, I think you're talking about a man that could put a team on his back. I think you're talking about Goldschmidt. I mean, he went for 3 home runs in one of those games, but he's very quiet. You've heard him talk about he does not say anything in the clubhouse. He's not boisterous. He got a curtain call in that 3 home run game and didn't want to go out and accept it. I mean, he's not that kind of leader. He is a leader from the front. Here, follow me, do what I'm doing. He's not a guy that's going to get behind you and kick you in the ass. He's a guy that's going to be out front. You follow me. I don't know that they've got a guy on the roster that is that guy. I mean, Yadier Molina was that. I mean, he would get in your face and he would tell you this is the way it's going to be. I don't even think Wainwright's like that. I mean, he's kind of mild as well. So maybe that's what they need. Maybe that's where Arenado comes in. But with the lineup changing so much daily, it's just hard to get that guy. I mean, yeah, you've got Arenado and Goldschmidt hitting in the middle of the lineup, but then you've got all these other guys that are mix in, mix out, DH, catcher, shortstop. You never have the same lineup, and that hurts. It hurts you mentally. And look what it did with Jordan Walker. He was hitting 274 at the major league level. They sent him down. He's hitting $170 at AAA. I mean, that just takes the wind out of you, and they do need that kind of kick-in-ass leader.
I think they've got one. The one they just threw under the bus. And I mean, you think about it, Wainwright, besides Wilson Contreras, they're the only 2 that have experienced winning World Series title. And Wilson Contreras was an emotional leader for the Chicago Cubs when they had their fire sale. I think he can be that guy if they allow him to do that. And with having been such a huge contributor to that World Series championship, the guys in the clubhouse respect that. He's been there, he's done that, he knows what it takes. But I just feel like with him being thrown under the bus, he's going to back up and count his money every month. And I mean, think about this: he's in for 5 years, $87.5 million, and he's not even 40 games into the season, his first year of the contract, and they're already backing the bus up over him. I don't understand it.
Well, I think they'll get rid of Marmol before they get rid of Contreras. But I tell you guys what I won't do to either one of you. I promise you this. I won't kick you in the ass. All right, we won't do that around here. All right, we won't do that. But we will kick around a couple other things when we come back. We got several things we want to talk about. The NFL released their schedule. Got some college baseball we want to get into. And some open night, see what the Chiefs are going to do this year. They got a couple of interesting games. And so everyone stay right where you are. Stay seated. Cover your butts. We'll be right back here on Huddle Up.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy CyberCash. Visit ChevyCyberCash.com today.
It means the world to me to have a job where I can help farmers. That's what I want to do, is be here for them.
Alan became a counselor in a rough time. He just has a feeling for what we as farmers are going through.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team, not only us, but Country Financial. And I've learned that there's people that also are going to watch out for us and that care.
Welcome back, everyone, to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the Pizza Ranch studio. We kind of left the last segment a little bit open. Wanted to go back and revisit baseball a little bit, talk a little bit about the Kansas City Royals and the incident that happened last week, which Ryan Yarborough, pitcher for the Royals, was seriously injured. DA, what's the latest on that?
He was hit in the face with a 106 mile an hour hit. End up fracturing his skull, but he has since been released. Does not need to have any surgery. So, fortunate news for Ryan Yarborough, and that's a big blow to their pitching staff. It was struggling enough the way it was, but just glad that he is okay. Royals are currently 11-27. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, which by most means doesn't sound real promising, but for the Royals, that's a pretty good stretch to say the least. So they're still struggling at the bottom of the American League Central, but hopefully they can get those young guns going, get that pitching staff figured out, and start winning some more ball games. Well,
thanks for the update, DA. I'm not even really sure. Kansas City right now is such a high with the NFL World Champions calling that place home. I'm not really sure, big fella, if baseball is on their mind right now. I'm pretty sure that if the Royals if they win another 500 season, they'd be extremely happy. And that's because the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, the schedule came out. Part of it came out. And we do know some very impressive dates they're going to have. And I think there's going to be one date in particular, which there might be a new year with some people sleeping on that lot up there at Arrowhead. Guy, what do you know about the Chiefs' upcoming schedule? What's exciting to you? What's some of the things you want to let our audience know about?
I'll tell you what, they're gonna end up having more primetime games than anybody, over the past 3 or 4 years, and that's because of Patrick Mahomes and because of the Super Bowls and the 5 consecutive AFC Championship games, and Arrowhead Stadium, or GEHA, I'm still going to call it Arrowhead. Arrowhead Stadium is a rocking place. I mean, they set the decibel record a few years back for the loudest stadium in the NFL. So they're going to open up, and they're the Super Bowl champions. And the Super Bowl champions always open up the NFL season on that Thursday night. They're going to host the Detroit Lions, they're kind of an up-and-comer, are the Lions. So they've got that game. That's week 1. That's Thursday, September 7th. Heck, that's right around the corner. I mean, you think about it, it's May right now. And then they're going to week 11, which is a Monday night game, which is November the 20th. So it's right there before Thanksgiving. They will end up hosting the Philadelphia Eagles in a rematch of the Super Bowl. So that's a big game. And then you go down to Monday, Christmas Day, which is week 16 at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock here. They will be hosting the Las Vegas Raiders on Christmas Day. And then you go to that New Year's Eve that following week on Sunday. They get a 3:25 game in Kansas City, and they will host the Cincinnati Bengals, who are probably their biggest rival, in the AFC, if not in the league.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching them play. I guess people must really feel like Detroit's going to be pretty good to pair them with them on opening night. DA, what are your thoughts about the Chiefs this year? I'm saying 12-5. We can get into a little bit more, but later on we will as the season progresses or comes closer. But what are your thoughts about the Chiefs and some of the acquisitions, or better yet, just tell me what do you think they'll be this year? 12-5, 11-6. What do you think?
I hesitate to put a number on it right now, just because a lot can happen between now and that first game. with injuries, God forbid, or something along those lines. But I still think they're odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl until somebody proves otherwise. And going back to the schedule, the NFL.com ranked the top 10 games throughout this upcoming season, and number 1 and number 2 both involve the Chiefs. On that, the Chiefs against the Bengals, and of course when Kansas City plays Philadelphia. So there's a lot of eyes on Kansas City. I think they're odds-on favorite to win, and like I said, until somebody knocks them off the throne, it's all Chiefs.
Well, I'm excited to see them play Aaron Rodgers. I know they play the Jets also this year, and I just don't think I think they capped out. I'm sorry, I don't have to listen. DA, I respect you. I don't have to worry about an injury or not. I hope they don't get one injury. I don't want to see a sprained toe. I don't want to see a thumb get messed up. I don't care. I want them to be healthy all year. They will not win the Super Bowl. I don't want someone to get hurt. They wish they would have had Travis Kelce. Oh, Mahomes got a concussion. I want them to be as healthy as a newborn baby. I'm telling you right now, they will not win the Super Bowl. That's that. I'll put my money down. Big fella, have you got something to say on that?
No, I'm not. This is way early for that. I haven't even seen a preseason game. I haven't seen.
You don't have to.
Rookie just now.
And
so
you don't be scared. I'm not a scared broadcaster. I'm telling you right now, it's over with. The run is done. There's no more. When the Cubs won that World Series, I said it'll never happen again another 100 years, and I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by it. It'll never happen again another 100 years, and I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs run is over. I'm not scared to see a preseason game where none of the starters are going to play. They're done. They're done. If you ain't got it in you to say it, and you and DA, your coaches, y'all want to sit around here and be like, oh, I don't want to say anything because no, it's over with. I'm putting it out there today. 5'11".
I'm not picking against Patrick Mahomes. He's 23-3 against his own division since he came into the league. So I'm not picking against him.
They won't win a division. How's that sound? You like that one? I got Chargers winning the division. Anybody got something to say?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're certifiable.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to have a wellness check on you, buddy.
Look, I know y'all know people that work for the Kansas City Chiefs, and all y'all want to y'all want to still see if you can get your little free tickets and maybe get your little dirty backup T-shirts they wear during practice. I ain't worried about that.
I have refused to say this the whole time we've had this show, but I am actually an Indianapolis Colts fan.
You should have kept it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I haven't said anything to a soul. But even with that being said, Chiefs are going to win it all.
Okay.
End of story.
I hear you, DA. I tell you what, you're an Indianapolis Colts fan. You're one of one down here in Southwest Missouri.
Yes, I am.
I appreciate you for doing that. They threw eggs last year so bad. They've made so many bad moves that it makes sense now. You're a Colts fan and you're a Cubs fan. Both of them are losers. You fit right. Okay, big fella. Okay, big fella. I'm gonna give you the last word on this segment. The NFL, though, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But if we just had to, we're talking NFL right now. Why not? The draft is here. They're making it so it's a year-round deal. DA put it on record that they're the odds-on favorite to win it all. The Chiefs. What about you, big fella? You think the same way?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same way. It's and the NFL is it's an unbelievable machine. I mean, they make sure something's in front of you every day. Just like these people leaking this, I don't know. The NFL did leak the international game, so the Chiefs will play the Dolphins. So Tyreek Hill gets his wish. He's just not going back to Kansas City. He's going to play him in Germany. They are just a machine. They keep you out in front. And then tonight you're coming out on the NFL Network. They're coming out tomorrow on NBC and ABC. So they're taking care of their TV partners, who are paying them a lot of money, to have them on. Well, they're taking care of them by releasing it nationally over these 3 TV stations, so to allow them to make some money and sell some advertising. So they take care of their own, and the Chiefs are going to take care of business. I don't see anybody beating them. I don't see anybody having any kind of off season that would lead to them beating them.
Yeah, well, wear glasses. You can see it better. You see it better if you put your glasses on. All right, fellas. That's a good segment. We're going to wrap it up here on Huddle Up on the Missouri Sports Network inside the Pizza Ranch studio. We'll be back for our final segment. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Everyone thinks their mom makes the crispiest, juiciest, best chicken ever.
No way. The country's best chicken comes from Pizza Ranch.
Hot and ready on the buffet, it's always available, along with your favorite comfort foods, like mashed potatoes and gravy.
Which are never lumpy, like my mom's potatoes.
Sorry, Mom. The country's best chicken, along with mashed potatoes and gravy, are always found on the buffet at Pizza Ranch.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Huddle Up right here on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the world-famous, world-renowned Pizza Ranch studio. I'm with some of the best guys you'll ever see at this moment of your life, and I do mean that this very second you won't see a better group of looking guys than Guy Newcomb, Darren Archer, and the big fella at the bottom here. That's Johnny Mack. That's me. I am the leader of the pack when it comes to looks. When it comes to this group, I am head over heels. For these guys to be on camera with me, it's considered for them to be out of their league. All right, everyone. This is Cardinals, Cubs rivals. This is Yankees versus Red Sox. This is big time here, guys. And I am the stud of the group here. But I won't digress. All right, here we go. This is our last and final segment. We're going to have a little fun here. We're going to talk a little bit about some our college sports here because we want to make sure that we're all inclusive. And there's some exciting baseball going on. Guys, start us off with what you want to tell us about what's happening down there in College of the Ozarks.
Well, like the NCCAA, which is the National Christian College Athletic Association, baseball regional going on. I actually have two nephews that are playing it. They're playing on different teams. So my dad's been down there the entire week trying to watch games and dodge raindrops. The number one ranked team going into the regional is BBC, Baptist Bible College. They have came through so far. They've gotten to the championship game unscathed. So whoever they meet on Friday morning at 10 o'clock in the championship game will have to beat them twice. College of the Ozarks is still alive, but they lost in the first round. They were upset by the 7 seed. So they've had to come all the way back through the losers bracket. And they're playing right now as we're recording this, depending on rain. I don't know what the weather is down there right now, but they played a game yesterday against Randall University that was suspended in the fourth inning with College of the Ozarks leading, I believe. They'll have to finish that game, and then at 6:30, the winner of that game will play Champion Christian College. And then that winner will then move on to championship round tomorrow at 10 a.m. versus Baptist Bible College. Elsewhere in the GLVC tournament, Drury kind of narrowly gets in, but they haven't played since April 30th because they had their bye week, the last week of the regular season. So they kind of had to sit and wait to see if they were going to get in. They do get in as the 6th seed, and they upset the 3 seed Maryville today in extra innings. In 11 innings, they get the win. They put up three runs in the top of the 11th, and they hold on for the 6-3 victory. The Missouri State Bears, their game with Lindenwood, a new Division I school out of St. Louis, was rained out yesterday. Obviously, that will not be made up as we're approaching the end of the regular season. They go to SIU this weekend. SIU currently sits in 3rd place, 2 games behind the Bears, who are pretty snug in that 2nd place role right now. And if the Bears take 2 out of 3, then the worst they can finish is in 2nd place. And then they go to the 1-seeded or the 1st place team the following weekend at Indiana State. So an outside opportunity for the Bears still to get the 1 seed. But if you remember correctly, a year ago, they were the 6th seed going into the tournament and lost a game had to go all the way through the losers bracket, and they end up winning the tournament, going on to the regional. So that, along with high school baseball districts starting on Friday in the smaller schools, the smaller classifications, lots of baseball, but lots of rain. So we hope we can get them in.
Yeah, absolutely. We needed the rain, but sometimes you wish you could just hold off for some of these student athletes get a chance to play. DA, what you got for us on that side of the screen, my brother?
Yeah, NAIA, both baseball and softball will start their regional tournaments next week. All of the states' conference tournaments have been concluded, and I believe the draw for softball is this evening, and maybe baseball is this evening as well. So should have some more information up on that as soon as possible. And then a lot of the NAIA and NCAA Division III and NCAA Division I tournaments are currently ongoing. And then in the NCAA Division II, the regional tournaments start today as we speak, and both Central Missouri and Missouri Southern both qualified for the NCAA Division II regional tournaments. So that's kind of the softball schedule wrapped up in a nutshell, and good luck to all of our state teams as they advance through conference and regional play.
Absolutely. Guy, let me finish up here this segment. I want to ask you a couple questions about the leadoff club and some of our winners. Who was give me some of the highlights of the leadoff club last week, which some of our local athletes were honored, and we had a new award that was named after one of our cherished coaches here in Ozarks. Guy, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we had with doing the Springfield area, including the area in the quarterback club, the tip-off club, and the leadoff club, we've had to kind of double up, so to speak, on the awards. So we have a city award winner and an area award winner. And this year's we're going through, because all the city award winners are named for coaches, whether it's Dick Birmingham or players, Steve Brewer, Dave Dickensheet, Brent Thomas has an award named after him, a longtime coach and player at Missouri State. And so we got together with some of the area people, came up with some awards for the area, and our area player of the year was actually Gavin Beckner from our MVP, I should say, from Republic High School. It was named after Doug Jones. Doug Jones, the all-time winningest coach in Missouri high school baseball history, coached at Mansfield, had a lot of guys play at the collegiate level. Barry Short played at the professional level. We lost him to brain cancer about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, but within the last decade. And so we wanted to honor him and his family. His wife and both of his sons made the trip up from Mansfield. They were in the room as part of it, and they actually took care of everybody's meal at the banquet. And I don't mean just the coaches. I mean, everybody who walked through that door at Pizza Ranch, they picked up the tab for them. So it was a great event, and it was great. The area coaches, they received it really well from all the sports, basketball, football, and baseball. It's going to be probably late August before that group gets together again, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. It's always been a thrill of mine. I started going back in 2011, then I was the president from 2012 to 2015, and then again in 2017 and 18. And I guess right now I'm probably the president now, but I don't like to talk when I get to these meetings. I open them up and I close them, and it's always great to see guys like Bill Rowe does not miss. Coach Rowe is there at every one of them. Our coaches very, very rarely miss, and we'll have guys. Mark Fisher will show up. Tom Mast comes. Corey Riggs, Don West, Ray Meyer are a few of the names, local media guys or recent media guys. So it's a great event, and but you'd be hard pressed to beat my dad there to get some food, because he's the first guy there every Monday, but he enjoys it as well.
Well, Pizza Ranch has the best fried chicken around. Guy, you're always my president. We don't even have to check the election votes or anything like that. You're my president always, but you got my vote, my friend. There's a couple other things, and thank you, God, for the work you put in with the leadoff club, quarterback club, and tip-off club. You're doing an excellent job. Gentlemen, there's a couple other things I want to hit on before we get out of here today. One thing, DA, was very interesting, I thought, was that the men's high school volleyball is now a sanctioned sport. Tell me a little bit more about that, DA.
Yeah. Misha came out today with an announcement that boys volleyball will now be a sanctioned sport. It's primarily the sport is in St. Louis right now, but I would suspect with the announcement made today, that will quickly spread throughout the state, and especially a lot of your bigger schools that have bigger numbers with the boys population. Just another avenue for kids to get involved in sports, and we've all been benefactors of playing high school athletics, and just another great opportunity for young people to be involved with Misha.
I agree with you. Also, good for them. Good for Misha for getting it right and adding the boys volleyball. Hey, we would not be a full broadcast if we didn't mention the Chiefsaholic. Like I said, I thought I saw him on National and Kearney, somewhere around there. He was up in that Walgreens, where everybody was at Walgreens right there, National. Maybe it was him, maybe it wasn't. We still are going to give you one of our Missouri Sports Network's hat for the first person that calls the tip line and reports that man and gets him apprehended. All right, Guy, big fella. Hey, it's been another great show. Hey, we'll see everyone out there in Wonderland next week about the same time. You're listening to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the Pizza Ranch studio. I vote Guy for president. DA, vice president, maybe. You're more like the defense of nothing. And I, myself, will be the master of ceremonies doing all of this. Hey, everyone, thanks for listening. We'll catch up with you next week. Be safe out there.
And a king size tub big enough for 10 plus me. So what you need? I'll need a credit card.
This has been a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in.